This is the story of Roosevelt Credit. Roosevelt received his bachelor's in music education from OSU in 1990. By all accounts, Roosevelt was special even as an undergraduate. He participated in musical ensembles and drama projects while setting high artistic standards for himself and his fellow classmates. Ron Jeffers, professor emeritus of choral music, echoes the sentiment of anyone who ever worked with Roosevelt at Oregon State. Roosevelt Credit is one of the most memorable music students OSU has ever had. Roo is a very genuine person, loved by those who know him, full of fun, a fine singer-actor who lights up the Broadway stage and creates an instantaneous rapport with an audience or workshop. Roosevelt spent much of his time in the theater department while at OSU.
We knew then and we know now he had tremendous talent, and a big voice, big guy, and so easy to work with, which would make anybody want to work with him. You know, once they've hired him, they'd hire him back. And so he's had tremendous success in his career.
Roosevelt was a featured performer at the Obama 2009 Pennsylvania Avenue inaugural ball in Washington, D.C. His 2006 debut as a last-minute fill-in to sing Old Man River in Music is in the Air, a tribute to Jerome Kern, on Broadway, led a Variety reviewer to gush, "Credit's great earthy voice boomed out the riverboat classic from Showboat with a fervent and compelling sense of storytelling. Credit made a thrilling statement that brought the cheering audience to its feet." In addition to performing, Roosevelt is a teacher, published composer, and noted conductor. He just completed a run on Broadway in the highly acclaimed, Tony Award-winning revival of Gershwin's Porgy and Bess.
So Roosevelt, while he's here, is deeply involved in our outstanding theater program and our terrific music program, but at the same time he ultimately comes out with an education degree. And what's interesting about that is we know him today on the one hand because he has a prominent part on Broadway in Porgy and Bess, and by the way, that's a terrific show. But at the same time, you know, his education degree finds its way into all kinds of other areas into the community in which he's giving back. I mean, he really is, in a way, the consummate educator on behalf of the music and theater that he's a part of.
Roosevelt's desire to give back to his community shows in many of his activities. He shares the power and beauty of music as a teacher and group leader and through participation in the musical programs at his and other churches. He also works in New York City on new programs on disability awareness, and he provides outreach to other underserved communities. Please join us in congratulating Roosevelt Credit as the 2012 Alumni Fellow for the College of Liberal Arts.